Good morning students, welcome to the class of C++. In the last class we have discussed strings, constant, different types of constants like integer constant, floating point constant, character constants and string constants. And in today's class we will cover page number 12 and 13 and we will discuss escape sequence, what are data types, different types of data types like int, float, double, char, and we will discuss how to use input output operator. So open your books at the page number 12. Students, first topic we are having escape sequence. What are escape sequence? Escape sequence allow us to make the compiler to do something like getting to the new line, tab actions, etc. Means in the last class we have discussed one escape sequence, that was /n, that is used to bring the cursor to the new line. We are having different types of escape sequence like /a, that is used to produce bell sound from the system. Next we are having /v, that will add vertical tab. Next we are having /n to bring the cursor to the new line, and we are having /t for the horizontal tab, /double quotes to put the double quotes, and many more. To know about more this escape sequence, let us do the program with the use of escape sequence. For that we will open our C++, start turbo C++, and we will start a program. Here we are having the program to print different subjects without the escape sequence, that is science, math, English, Hindi, Punjabi and SST. Firstly we will see the result of it. See, all the subjects names are coming in one single line because I have not used any escape sequence. Now let us use different types of escape sequence. With the first science, what I'll do, I will use the escape sequence for the vertical tab. In the double quotes I put the / double quotes and this symbol, and I will put the double quotes to it. That /v is used to give the vertical tab. It will make the vertical tab in front of the signs. And next escape sequence, in front of math I will use /n. /n is used to put the word to the next line. It brings my cursor to the next line. Next with the English I will use /t. /t is used for the horizontal tab. I will write /t double quotes, put to operator and double quotes with the message. And next I am going to use the next escape sequence, that is / and double quotes. I'll put / double quotes and I will put this symbol and I will use this escape sequence. Here I want to add one double quotes over here because this is the / double quotes is my escape sequence. Now with the Punjabi I am going to use double slash. If I want the with the double slashes I'll use it like that. The way of using these sequences is same, but every escape sequence has its different work. Next I want / and single quote. I'll put it, put to sign, double quotes. Now see, I have used different types of escape sequence. First I have used /v for vertical tab. Next I have used /n for new line, /t for horizontal tab, / double quotes to put the double quotes in front of Hindi, and double slashes to put the double slashes, and single / and single quotes for the placing the single slash and single quotes. Now we will compile our program with the different escape sequence. For that we will do run menu and run option. Now see, with the signs there is a symbol of the vertical tab because I have used the escape sequence /v, and math is coming to the new line because I have used /n for bringing the cursor to the new line. And there is a space between math and English because I have used the escape sequence /t for the horizontal tab. And there is a double quotes before the Hindi because I have used the double quotes / escape sequence. And there is a backslash between Punjabi and Hindi because before the Punjabi I have used the backslash escape sequence, and before the SST that is a single quote because here I have used the single quotes escape sequence. Hope you understood the different types of escape sequence. Now we will quit from the Turbo C++ and we will go to the next topic. Next topic we are having, that is data type. What is data type? Data type defines the type of data a variable can store. Means the data, that means the constant is stored in a variable, and which type of the value or the constant is stored in a variable, that is done with the help of data types. And we are having different types of data types. First is int. What is int data type? Int data type is used to store whole numbers. Whole numbers means without the decimal points, like 5, 7, 8, 10, 432, like that. Next data type we are having float data type. What is the function of float data type? Float data type is used to store the numbers with the decimal points, like 10.7, minus 32.3, minus 437.4, like that. Next data type we are having, that is char data type. What is the function of char data type? Char data type is used to store the single character like any alphabet or any numeric single character, and that is enclosed in the single quote, like A, B, C, any number, but in the text form, not used for the calculation purpose. Next data type we are having double. What is the function of double data type? Double data type is used to store the number with the decimal point and handles the twice memory than float data type. Means this double data type is also used to store the decimal points values as the float is doing, but it stores the double memory. It has a bigger size of the memory allocation as compared to the float data type. Now let us do the practical of these different data types so that the topic will be more clear to you. For doing the practical, we will open C++, start Turbo C++, and here I am having a program to do the sum of three numbers. Here I have taken these three numbers in the whole values. That's why int data type is suitable data type for the whole numbers. Now we will work with the different data types. Let's suppose I want 20.2 as the constant or as a value. For that I will use float data type. As I told you, float will store the decimal values. And with the 30, let's suppose I want 4 and I will use here double data type. Students, here I want to make you clear that float and double are having the same function of storing the decimal values, but only difference is there of their memory allocation. Float stores 4 bytes of the data in the memory, and double stores the 8 bytes of the memory. Difference is there. Now see, if I will do the addition of 10, 20.2, 30.4, then I will use the answer in the decimal value. So I will use over here, that is double. Now, when I will run my program, see, I will get the result in the decimal values. Students, in the program, I have initialized the values. That's why I will get the result of 10 plus 20.2 plus 30.4. But if I want that a user will fill the value at the runtime and every user will get the different result, for that we are having input operator, that is cin. To do the work with the cin, the value is not need to initialize in the program. I will erase the initialized values. With the declaration int a, we will write cin get from operator and I will put a semicolon. This will demand the value from the user. Cin for the input, and this symbol is called get from operator. With the float, I will use cin get from operator and I will write b semicolon. As many as values I want that the user will fill, I will write cin and the variable name. In one line we can declare the variable, and in the next line we can ask the user to input the value with the cin and get from operator. And cout and put to operator is used to give the result. Now, when I will run my program, I will not get any answer. The cursor will blink. I will put the value, let's suppose 23. In the next, I will put the decimal value. For the third variable, I will use the next decimal value and I will get the result afterward. And if the next user will run the program, he or she will put the different values as I am doing this time. Then they will get the result according to that. That is the work done with the help of input output operators. Students, here I have declared int a separate, float b separate and double separate. Let's suppose all are having the int data type, or you can say the same data type, then what we can do this work in the same line also. I will erase all the declarations and I will write them in a single line. Int a comma b comma c. If the data type is same, then we can do the work in the same type. Now, when I will run my program, now I will put 34, 56 and 76 and I'll get the result. If the data types are same, then we can declare the variables in single line. If the data types are different, then we will declare them in different lines. Now, we will discuss the additional data types of the C++, that is unsigned integer. Integer stores the whole numbers and unsigned means not having any sign, that will become the positive values, and it occupies the 2 bytes of memory. Signed short integer. Short integers, signed means the positive or negative both, they occupies 2 bytes of memory. Unsigned short occupies 2 bytes of memory. Signed long integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. Unsigned long integer occupies 4 bytes of memory. And we have discussed the float data type that occupies 4 bytes of memory. Double data type occupies 8 bytes of memory and long double data type occupies 10 bytes of memory. Students, in the today's class we have discussed the escape sequence with the practical of the different escape sequence. We have discussed what is data type, and we have discussed different types of data types, and we have done the work of get from operator to fill the value by the user with the cin, and how to get the result with the cout and the put to operator, and we have discussed the additional data types. Hope you understood the class of today. Do the practical of different project works with the help of school links. Thank you so much.